So this resume is for a wonderful person who is serving in our armed forces, and thank you for your service. In case you don't know, our awesome Dave Mod plus David served 20 years in the United States Army. So shout out for the Army right here. Um, and what I want to say about this, though, is we'll talk a lot about this resume, but there are some things in it that I don't know what the hell they are, and that doesn't work. So, served as a master trainer for Team Steps. So, I'm the Team Steps master trainer. And STEPS is all uppercase, like it's an acronym. And then there's like must. There's all this stuff in here I don't understand. And so I don't know how to read the resume. And from what I gathered from the email I got with this resume, our trainer here would like to move out of the Army, I think, into an industry job. So he's ready to leave the military and go into private sector. Well, private sector, unfortunately, doesn't know what you're talking about. And so sometimes he does the right thing where basic life support, we were talking about acronyms, you can do this, basic life support, BLS, and then you can use it all over the place. Oh, BLS, BLS, but I know what it is because you told me. So that's okay, but there's just a ton of stuff in here that isn't, I don't know what it is, and that's a problem. So we get down here at the bottom. I realize I jumped to the bottom, but it's only because of the question. We get Master Steps Trainer again, but there were other ones in here. Oh, right. The resume talks, and I'll go up to the top, about being a Master Resilience Trainer Level 1 and Level 2. This is, in fact, the main opening claim of the resume. So what do I learn? We'll come back to the top, but I learned, okay, what has trainer done here? I'm a Master Resilience Trainer. Well, the only thing this tells me is, I'm curious. I want to know what the hell that is. I actually thought this was training on like how to make people take criticism better until I figured out it must be something else. But when you're making a claim, this is his title, I guess, or role, but somehow you've got to explain it to others. And we're going to get to a point here. Lots of big companies have military transition groups. They have groups that handle hiring out of the military. Seek them out because they understand the relevance of your military experience, and I don't. And so I love our folks from the military, and I have a number of my team and direct reports who have been officers and enlisted personnel because I know they have work ethic. I know they deal with stress well. I know they won't freak out if on occasion I might speak loudly and very forcefully. That's one of my areas of improvement, but they've had worse. But those groups, and it's like Awesome Dave says here in chat, they can help match up what being a Master Resilience Trainer can mean in civilian life. Okay, let's see. Let's start from the top now that I jumped down. But the point is, with acronyms, you got to explain them or people don't know what they are. Now, in a tech field, like I don't think you have to explain what C++ is if you're applying as a software engineer, but generally explain acronyms. We'll leave that question up because it's nice and short, and we'll move on later. All right. Hopefully, everyone, I'm tempted to test chat on this. What is wrong with this section? Shout it out in chat. Let's have it. What's wrong with this section? I want to take a drink and rest my voice. Yep, it's too long. Wall of text, it's huge. Yep, okay. TLDR, exactly. Too long, didn't read. It's got some good things. Look, these are some great qualifications. Like the opening line is pretty strong. It needs a period. It's like a run-on sentence. But corporate trainer, licensed practical nurse, military veteran with a security clearance, awesome. 10 years of proven experience in doing all these things, awesome. Now it just becomes blah, blah, blah. like lots of words, wall of words, and my brain is gone if I read that much. As someone else says, nothing stands out, nothing is bolded. If you do want to have this wall of text, you got to bold it. Somebody says not enough anime. Yeah, that could be too. All right, so this needs to be shorter. Clean it up, make it bullets, do something else. The bad formatting here is Google Docs. Don't blame Trainer for that. It's well formatted as 3 columns. It's okay. This is my point about make bullets. These are just like generic happy words, though. Cross-functional leadership, performance evaluations. I don't get a sense of what you're accomplishing here. Like what skills, they're very, most people could write them, I think. That they've done cross-functional leadership, that they've done, not all of them, but I would try and give a little more description. Fewer bullets, a little more meaning. Okay. I got on our EA candidate for saying that she sorted the mail. This is a word I would try and keep out of my resume unless I was looking for an entry-level position. Served as an entry-level training specialist. I had to say, I put in quotes here, what this says to me is pay me nothing. And that's not the message you want to send. Say something stronger. Served as first level. Well, served is not a strong word either, but, right? I would open this, trained 300 plus people in resilience and performance enhancement, blah, blah, blah. Trained is a strong word. Developed is a strong word. Served as an entry level anything is not strong. And then we get more stuff that's hard to follow. Going to pick on 2 things here just to point them out. Identified as an excellent trainer. Well, that's good. How do I know? What's the proof? And there is a place, by the way, where trainer has the proof. And let me see if I can find it again. Yeah. Here it is. So down here, here we have the proof. Site surveys by the whoever, something with a lot of letters, so it must be real and official. Sorry, I'm telling the truth of how we read resumes. That sounds official. I don't know what the Uniformed Services University of Health Sciences is. Uniformed Services must mean military. But anyway, it says site surveys by something sounding official because you put it in capital letters showed that the sites were the best in the nation, recognized as a training site of excellence. Now, yeah, okay. So somebody in chat says, by the way, let me see if I can find it again, is not a good sentence. But that's true. The facts are buried. The strongest stuff here is buried. The point is, though, this is a believable claim because you offer evidence. Even though I don't have access to these surveys and you could be lying, the truth is, here at least, I feel like facts. Trained, coached, mentored, and certified over 150 new instructors, and the surveys show it was excellent. Compare that to identified as an excellent trainer. Now, probably they're both true because the one claim sounds true as the other one, but holy crap, let's look at this. I'm a master something, which no one understands, and I was identified as excellent, so I could become a master something level 2. So, hey, yay for leveling up. I don't know what level 1 and level 2 mean, and so I can't understand you. And I'm sorry, I know I'm ranting at you, and you were kind enough to send your resume in to let me do that. So I appreciate that, and I hope you feel as good about it as Think Pad Thai did when I ranted about her resume. But you got to make it so I can read it. And I am glad that Master Resilience Trainer leveled up. That's always good, particularly with a gaming audience. But make it so I can understand it. And I'm curious, we'll do a check. Awesome Dave, 20 years in the military. Do you know what a Master Resilience Trainer is and what the difference between level 1 and level 2 is? because I know you're listening, so you can tell us in chat. All right, let's keep helping. There's some things in here that you just got to watch your writing. They're kind of oxymorons. I know what you mean here, but traveled offsite to deliver onsite training, or offsite and onsite at the same time. That's impressive. Obviously, what you mean here is traveled from headquarters to the customer site to deliver the training. I just make it a little more clear. Look at every word on your resume. It's a representation of your life. And give the proof of accomplishments if you can. What else do we have here? We talked about team steps earlier and how I don't know what it is, and you have to explain acronyms. We'll keep going. Suicide prevention, that's cool. The interesting thing here is way down in this resume, you get to the strongest thing I've seen in it. Buried in here near the bottom, trainer managed a budget of $450 million. So, wow. Like, I would try, in all this stuff you have up top, you don't have budget management. And someone who, if you really did this, really owned a budget of $450 million, you're amazing. But that's way at the bottom. And there's all this really powerful stuff in here. Developed and designed the training plan and layout of a 44-bed worldwide deployment-ready, this could use some commas or punctuation somewhere, deployment-ready combat support hospital. Holy frick, you built MASH. That's incredible. You built MASH on a $500 million budget. I like to round up, but don't get caught doing it. That's amazing. How do you convey that? How do you get that up at the top of your resume? Because in the business world, that's what I want. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that business impact and business ability. So here it says you don't applied. So Kevin says, so you don't necessarily have to put everything in chronological order. You can put the hard-hitting stuff up top. Well, you can if you're doing a skill summary. Like this person chose to put in their top skills. So budget management, parentheses, 450 million, fits in one of these little spaces. There is no rule except truth and that gets you the job. Now, there are standard expectations. I would not put my experience in random order. But remember, trainer here spent 10 lines up top talking about all sorts of stuff and can put anything he wants in here because there's no rules on this intro section. And didn't put that in. Yeah, highlight your strongest, most interesting skills. Now, I think partly maybe trainer didn't do that because budgeting isn't what trainer wants to do. Trainer wants a job in training. Still, it's super impactful. So I would put the training stuff up there.